Jack Settleman, huh? I've been staring at your face for weeks, okay? Weeks. And let me say I'm damn near aroused with you here, all right?
Wow.
This is, so, well, yeah, you heard that right.
Your girlfriend's right there.
Yeah, filming it all, caught in 4K, all right? But this isn't about me, it's about you, Jack, all right? Talk to me about early days Jack Settleman.
So I would say the beginnings of Jack Settleman, Baltimore, Maryland. I grew up in a family business of beer distribution.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gary V's here, guys. This is perfect. Sweet.
I guess similar vibe to that.
Wow.
We sold Miller Coors, and the reason I love sports, but more specifically sports business, is we sold to the Ravens and the Orioles. So
wait, your family business sold booze to...
yes, to the stadiums.
Wow.
There you
go.
Holy hell.
What was cool is my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother all worked for the company. And so I was there as an 8-year-old boy rooting for the Ravens, and they were there rooting for the Ravens because it meant a good week of business.
Yep.
And that, I think, is what started my humble beginnings of entrepreneurship, and knowing that, yes, the result on the field matters, but it impacts billions of dollars.
Yeah. Was this like a liquor store your parents had?
No, so we're distributors.
Center?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have relationships with all the different beer brands, and then we get beer from point A to point B.
Yep.
The stadiums being the biggest client.
When's the first time those sweet lips touched alcohol? Huh? Was it a young age, being in the biz?
So the funny thing was everyone growing up could throw parties, right? And I think this maybe is where my risk tolerance comes from. If we got caught having a party because I was in the family, we could lose the license to sell beer.
Yeah, there you go.
You're always afraid of your parents coming home and throwing a party because you're going to get grounded.
Yes.
This, I could ruin their entire livelihood, including my own. So, not to say I didn't start drinking at 14,
you still partied.
but yeah,
it's just what's smart about it.
Party guy. Someone else's house. Yeah.
Wow, that's fast. So that was your early days of getting into sports, was through your parents.
Yes.
Was there any other inspirations outside of just getting hammered? Not your parents.
Yeah, exactly. I would say, I grew up in Maryland, so big lacrosse scene. I didn't love lacrosse. I didn't like the idea of being whacked with a metal pole. But
you look like a middle, if I had to guess, or a midi. Excuse me.
A middle, a top, a bottom, a middle. I wasn't sure.
I wasn't sure where
he was going there.
I meant solely lacrosse and butchered it. I went from EA Sports to just rated M for mature. That's on me.
I was a midfielder.
Yes, you deserve better than this. All right. Jeez, that's on me, Jack.
But I would like string lacrosse sticks. I played basketball and soccer.
Yeah.
Went to University of Texas. I studied sport management. What I say about the program, and hopefully my professors don't listen, the great thing about the sports management program was it was so easy that it gave me free time to do whatever I wanted. So that's when I started Snapback Sports my senior year at Texas, Oklahoma, big rivalry game.
What year is this? What year is...
So went to UT in 2014-15. Sophomore year I started online social media e-commerce business. So
sophomore year.
Yeah, we made designs for like John Wall, Mohamed Sanu, some athletes. And then senior year I was like, social media is it. Like,
how did you land those even though? Like the John Walls, where do those names even come from?
Yeah, so we were making sports designs. There were companies that would use the Apple logo and have LeBron dunking, or you might have seen them before. We did a similar thing, but like T-shirts and hats and stuff like that. And we would advertise through social media accounts. We pay them $1,000 and hopefully get sales.
Yeah.
John Wall saw one of our posts through them and DM'd me and was like, DM'd the business account and was like, yo, do you have any, of me? And I was like, no, but we can make some.
Right, absolutely.
Like, you're John Wall.
Right, we'll figure it out.
And this is 2016. This is that type of thing.
This is peak John Wall.
So we did John Wall, and so you kind of gained.
And then through that networking from him, it's just everyone else sees it.
Exactly.
And you get other names.
Isn't that crazy? He's doing that sophomore year.
I was still drinking
we're
too.
climbing trees.
I could barely spell Heineken at that age. You know what I mean?
So you always knew. Like your family did the beer distribution and they were for the Ravens and all that. So from that, you knew you wanted to get into something that had to do with sports, or was it just like it came to you through college?
I always say to people like, oh, you love sports. That's great. You don't want to work in sports. I love the business side of sports. Like I love the stuff that is happening around the field. So I always knew I wanted to do something like that. That was just the easiest way. And I compare sports to sports business in a funny manner. Like Luka Doncic, right? 21 years old. He's clearly the best player on the floor, right? He's
killing it.
you would never sit him on the bench just because there's older players.
Right.
But in the sports world, right, before creators and all these different types of industries, collectibles, you had to like rise through the ranks. You had to go to the middle of Iowa and sell AA baseball tickets and do all that. But I think if you're the most talented, like create your own path, and that's what Luka does on the court, and that's what that's what we're doing here.
Right, and some of the value on these, John Morant going for 45 grand.
Pretty scary. Pretty
45
scary
grand. Doesn't even have
there.
a ring.
Yeah.
Going for 45 grand.
Yeah.
When did you, at these trade shows in Iowa, is that when you realized, oh shit, I can turn this into a real company and monetize from this?
Yeah, I mean, just the world of sports, there's so much money, and the irony is that everyone's like, you got to work, for free. You got to be an intern. You got to work 8 hours, through the night for $4.
Pay your dues. Pay your dues.
Like, well, Jalen Brunson just got $100 million, and the GM gets paid, right? Yep. There's money in sports, and then sports sponsorship. So I never really listened to that idea of like, there's no money in sports.
Yeah.
There's clearly money in sports.
What was the first big card flip where you were like, oh, that big middle finger to dad?
Yeah,
see that?
They're ripping soccer over there, and I got back into cards during COVID, so I actually was home with my parents, and my brother can attest to it. Like, they always I was early in crypto, and they were like, that's so stupid. Same thing with the cards, pieces of cardboard worth money. The first one wasn't a huge flip. It was the fact that we were buying these Messi cards, base World Cup cards, for like $10 a pop, and a month later they were $100. But you buy them in bulk, you do the math. Good returns on that.
So where were you buying in bulk at the time? Is it all eBay?
eBay. Yeah, mostly eBay.
Did you resell on eBay too, or just all on?
I was going to shows and selling. The problem with me, I'm not a good trader. Because whenever I'm buying stuff, like I'm investing long term.
I took that as he loves America. That's what I was like. I was like, thank you for your service, Jack. That is excellent.
But yeah, so I sold some of them at card shows. Have sold like breaking. I think is a lot of fun. We had a little breaking addiction during COVID for sure.
Wow.
You can see his head went
Is there?
down. Do
you guys compete against each other to see who can outsell one in the card space?
He was like trying to compete with me to outspend me, I think.
Oh.
But, yeah, it was.
Can we get into those numbers? What's the biggest spend over there?
No,
I'd rather not say.
My mother watches this show. I'd rather keep it out of the conversation.
Our biggest spend just happened at the National in Atlantic City this summer. End of July, we bought 2 Lamar Jackson cards, so we're from Baltimore.
Wow. Okay.
Huge believers in Lamar.
Yep.
His market compared to Herbert and Burrow and all those guys, Allen, all those guys without rings, is like, he's like a sixth of them.
Yeah.
And, he's the traditional quarterback, or they are compared to Lamar. But we invested a lot into Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
First 3 weeks, I thought I was retiring.
Yeah.
Most recently,
Is there like
That's
a certain
wild.
sport that their revenue for cards just is through the roof, as opposed to like other sports that maybe like football cards are going crazy, as opposed to like the hockey ones? Because I'm a big hockey guy.
Yeah.
So how are the hockey
doesn't
cards?
have
hockey
that
doesn't have
market.
that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's cyclical.
It doesn't.
He
They
just
don't.
ripped his dreams.
They get
right.
less.
You're like,
Their
great.
cards aren't worth
Hockey's
as
not
much.
worth anything. Okay,
Gretzky
got it.
Gretzky cards, something
But
like
like
that.
Austin Matthews, right? He's one of the best young players in the league. Compare that to a Herbert or an Allen. Like their market cap it's a world of difference.
Right. Well, because like a Connor McDavid. What would
God bless you.
Because he is he's a stud, absolute stud.
He would be right, like nowhere near Mahomes is probably his comp,
Well,
right?
yeah,
like
exactly.
the young guys, nowhere near.
Right.
Mahomes cards are selling for $2.5 million.
Yeah,
a McDavid, I doubt a McDavid's crossed
$2.5
$1
grand.
That's crazy.
I doubt a McDavid's crossed $1 million.
How did you start building up Snapback Sports? Talk to me about like the rise of when you knew, okay, Snapchat's my platform.
Yeah.
The people love it. What was like some of those first viral moments, and how did that kick off?
Yeah, so Snap is a unique platform. It's the one platform today that I think you get good friend interaction.
Yeah,
so the
yeah.
left side of the app, like you can still hang out with
Yep.
them. Instagram nowadays is kind of like a platform for influencers, creators, celebrities.
Yes.
Like
And Twitter's the smoking section of the internet.
yes,
That's-
exactly. TikTok is funny, entertaining. But Snap,
Right.
you have your friends. But on the right side of the app, you have content. And what it does is like comment sections on Instagram, Twitter, they're a cesspool. On Snap, it's all one-to-one. So I have a really strong engagement with my following because I've for years now, 5+ years, been engaging. And I always say, like, if you answer a fan's message, they're a fan for life.
Yeah, 100%.
So I've answered, 100,000 messages over 5 years.
Yep.
So that's kind of like the base of our following.
Yep. What were some of the first viral moments on that app?
So I don't think we had a viral moment. It's not a platform
It's
like
the
that.
consistency
Consistent.
of
So what's funny is like it's so different from every other platform. These 15-year-old kids. Do you guys know what Kick Messenger is? Have you ever heard of it? Like group
KIK.
KIK.
Yeah, I do. No, I do.
Yes. So that it's like an app like GroupMe or whatever.
It's like WhatsApp kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like you can talk.
Okay.
These
Gotcha,
15-year-olds ran Snapchat. Like they had every big account. You could pay them $100. They would shout you out. You would start to grow. So that's really how we did it. It wasn't.
Was that the
through,
hack
like,
to build
that
your
was-
subscription base?
Doesn't exist anymore. So we're like grandfathered into this crazy sports following on Snap.
right.
Now there's other ways. If you're a Snap star, you can hit the explore page. They've got Spotlight, other tools.
Yeah.
But I always say, like, I would not suggest to people if they're just starting out to start on Snap. I go to like YouTube Shorts, TikTok,
and
platform
funnel that following into subscribing on Snapchat.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
And you're doing a Monday night football tour.
Yeah.
Right, talk to us about your schedule, dude, and how
I was
that's
on the
been
phone
going
with
on.
Colin. He's like, he's a rock star.
I know, he's on tour?
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it like that,
Well,
pretty
you are.
much. So the backstory is I was 22 working at Action Network, sports betting media company. I had Snapback on the side, and I was like, all right, how crazy would it be if I tried going to a sporting event every single day for 1 year? Right. Plan out the whole thing. So you know, hit the Super Bowl.
Sounds like a Mr. Beast video.
Right?
You know?
Like something ridiculous like that. As maybe I was considering it, not too serious, COVID hits. And after COVID, I'm now 25, 26, living with my girlfriend. I'm like, that's never going to fly.
Yep.
So what's the quickest, easiest way to condense this into one big content fest? And it was like, all right, Monday night. I can act like I'm a consultant for sports. I leave Monday morning, get back Tuesday night. And she approved that. And then it was,
How did you convince your girlfriend not to travel with you? I'm just having it's just wherever it's like, you ever go camping and there's a mosquito?
Yeah.
That's my mosquito. You know what I mean? And I mean that in the most loving way possible, okay? You're a cute mosquito, yes. You're good at negotiations with your lady.
She works a job that she can't travel, so that was perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, she quit.
That's
so
perfect.
she's with me
Perfect to
full
travel.
time. Yeah.
But he's the rock star too. He's got to travel with me everywhere.
You got a favorite spot so far, like stadium that you're going to that you just love?
So
maybe not the sports team themselves, but the stadium.
Yeah, the stadium. Arrowhead was sick. Arrowhead was sick. Buffalo was awesome. Seattle was Russ's return, so the crowd was
Buffalo must have been crazy
Buffalo was
too. Those people are nutcases.
I'm trying to think if we've had any bad ones so far. This is, knock on wood that it's not, but might be the worst game we see so far.
There you go. It's only right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Did you get into the gambling side of you on the sports gambling?
Yeah.
Hey, what do we got for today?
That's pretty much my side.
Yep.
So like I said, I started Action Network. Our biggest partnership and a big sponsor of this whole thing is Underdog Fantasy.
Yep.
I'm the head of winning there.
Let's head of winning.
Yeah, cool.
I like the sound of that.
Head of winning.
Cool name.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
So they're prop focused. So we've got Ramondre over rushing yards tonight, and then I took Fields and Mooney over passing receiving yards. I think the Bears are going to be behind, and hopefully the weather dies down so they can throw the ball. I think the Patriots will cover. Weather dependent, I'd be on the over. I actually think there could be. The Patriots have a sneaky good offense.
Here we
Good
go.
offense.
How'd you feel about Mac Jones starting today?
I think that'll be good for them. My Ravens hurt him, so I'm glad it wasn't a season-ending.
It looked during your Ravens.
The way he ran off the
Pretty
field,
depressing.
I thought that was going to be like a reinvigoration.
I thought he was doing the gritty, and it turns out he was actually
down
hurt.
3 touchdowns, hitting the gritty.
Down 3 touchdowns. Put the gritty in. Nice. We were at that game.
Were you?
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
They had a chance to win that game.
They did. They
Pretty.
just blew it.
Yeah, pretty scary.
So you're still strong with the Ravens. You're a Ravens guy?
Ravens fan, diehard fan. This season has been a tough journey. I mean,
I can
you
imagine.
get up in the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter it becomes wishy-washy. But yeah, Ravens fan for life.
Let's talk about the inner workings of Jack's brain. All right, what motivates you? What gets your juices going?
I would say big ideas. We're just talking about one in the car. Like, I think the creator economy is crazy powerful. Like, I'm looking at Five Guys over there.
Yep.
I don't want to hate on Five Guys because they actually make a fantastic burger.
Great burger.
But like a Burger King or McDonald's, what do they do well? It's just marketing, in my opinion.
Right.
Like, you don't go to and get a Big Mac like, holy crap,
Right.
that's the best burger I've ever had. So what, like Mr. Beast did with Mr. Beast Burger, the creator economy can kind of take over. Like, creators are starting card shops, like we're in right now. Like, there's so much power to that. So being ahead of those trends and trying to make business out of that, working with fun people, like, that's the best. That's why your guys' energy is.
Well, even-
that makes me excited. That
even
makes
With the brain
the
ahead of
networking.
winning, that checks out.
The
Yes.
networking you must be doing, going
Yeah.
to all these games, doing that, and just surrounding yourself with other like-minded people,
Yeah.
then the ideas just start flowing.
Yeah.
And that's how.
What do you want to
that's
open
how
up?
it
Any
goes.
wild ones? Mr. Beast got the Mr. Beast burger. He's got his chocolate.
So we have our own. It's Snapback Kitchen. So we're
Talk to me about this.
50
Yep.
locations across the country.
Let's
Chicken
go.
tenders, mac and cheese, French fries, which is just nuts. Like,
Lincoln bio to order in there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Charles over here
Yeah.
is like my knight, and she's my Braveheart in
Yeah.
social media.
You need that.
know?
You
He
need
tells
that.
me when to hold, when to charge.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're working. I run a company called Dangerously Caffeinated.
Okay.
And we're working on getting Dangerously Caffeinated on a ghost kitchen level. So when you order your wings, same concept. It's all through
Same
ghost
thing.
kitchens.
Yeah, Ghost Kitchen. Yeah, through a company called Pop Chew. And what's cool about them is they've got other creators. So you're not just doing it solo, which I think is nice.
Yep.
Because the creator journey can kind of be, a solo thing. It can
I
be lonely
walk
from-
a lonely
Yeah.
road, the only road. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, we're doing that, but I would like to do a basketball show. Would be crazy with some other people.
When you, and this is a selfish question because we're in the thick of it now. When you launched your ghost kitchen, how was the rollout of that, and what did you do to almost ensure there was some success behind each rollout?
So I think what makes it unique is that the local store right here, you go 10 times, you're a big customer, you can get a free, fry,
Yep.
after your 10th order. Anyone who ordered on, the first month was eligible to come with us to the NBA Finals. So we brought a fan,
That's
and
a
then we
nice
can create
incentive right there.
content. Yeah, like
Yeah.
no one here is offering that. So that kind of helped, but yeah, it's about sustaining that on top of that.
That's a great idea. Wow. What's next? What's next for Jack?
What's next? We got to finish this out. We got to finish this Monday night tour.
Gotta get through this season.
And then who knows? It could be replicated with basketball, with baseball, with college football. So we want to prove this out. We've got a creator agency, so we're helping other creators do this type of stuff.
Hell yeah.
So do you have the Super Bowl on your schedule this season?
Of course.
Let's
Of
go.
course,
I
of
had
course.
to ask.
I don't want to make you nervous right now. All right. Let's bring in the guy himself, Mr. Costa, in here from Card Vault. All right. Rumor has
That's
it.
your mic.
Let's clap it up for Costa.
Quick round of applause.
All right. Hi. What's up, fellas?
How we doing? How we doing?
You're sitting next to Jack Settleman, massive card guy.
I'm not going to lie. I'm just kind of a huge fan.
Let's go.
Just a massive fan following
Let's
from a distance.
go.
I appreciate
This
But no,
is
it's awesome to have you guys here at our shop. It's an exciting night, big Patriots matchup, and to have some, I guess I could say, social media royalty in the
Oh,
house.
stop it. I don't know about that.
Is
Jeez.
a good thing to have.
Rumor has it
I
is-
want to ask him something.
Yeah, lay it
You're
on.
the card guy. What is the most expensive Patriots card in the building right now?
Ooh, good
and what
question.
player? I assume it's a Brady.
It's a Brady.
Okay.
It's definitely a Brady. I have one card here. I brought some stuff.
Nice.
And we brought some firepower, but one card I have right here is the 2000 playoff contenders Tom Brady rookie autograph. This is actually Brady's only Patriots uniform on-card rookie autograph. So there you go. That's like the iconic Brady rookie autograph. You can
Mint
tell back in
9.
the day they didn't do a great job of highlighting the signature, but it's
Yeah.
right there. So it's a Beckett 9 with a 10 auto. That is like the Brady card if you're looking for a Brady rookie.
How much?
That card's probably running around 65, 70,000 right now.
Put up an offer. You got PayPal. They take credit, debit. Yeah.
Don't cash this check till Monday, please.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
That's cool.
But yeah, we got some cool
Yeah,
stuff.
what
in
else
there.
we got?
That's a Tiger
All right,
Woods.
so here's a Big Mac. That's kind of
6K.
what I was looking for. It's like, who's the active player?
Yeah,
How's
Mac
his
Jones.
market.
So Max Market's interesting, right? He's just coming off a leg injury tonight, which would be Monday night. Nice catch. I mean, I'm not gonna
Almost caught in 4K there. I'm going to put these down. I'm
For
going
a
to put these.
sports social
Wow.
media influencer, you have tremendous reflexes.
That was next level.
That was
Wow, try this. Try doing this. See if you have it.
absolutely incredible. No, Max Market's in an interesting place, right? He's coming off an injury. He's had a couple of weeks off. Bailey Zappi's looked great filling in for him. But at the end of the day, he is the franchise quarterback of the New England Patriots, which is a coveted position, of course, with the 20-year run that Brady had. His stuff still sells really well. And out of that rookie class, his stuff is certainly at the top, along with Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, this is a Prism Gold rookie autograph numbered to 10, so only 10 in existence. It's the highest graded, and yeah, it's a beauty. Prism Gold autograph, rookie autograph.
Now, in the shop, what's really flying off the shelves for you guys? Like, what's something that's consistently going? Is there a specific player that just goes, or is it kind of sporadic?
Yeah, I think, being where we are here at this location, we have two locations. This one being at Patriot Place, we have the luxury of getting visiting teams in during home games. So we're able to kind of, I would say curate our inventory towards a visiting home base. So when the Jets are in town, we sell a lot of Zach Wilson. When the Cowboys are in town, we sell a lot of Dak Prescott.
Right.
Generally, though, on a consistent basis, this store does really well in a general retail environment because we have such a wide range of products for sale. Not just singles and high-end cards, but everything from dollar bin cards to $20 packs and $30 autographs. So, we try to cater to everybody. Obviously, sports cards have seen a humongous resurgence over the last 4 or 5 years. So we definitely capitalized on that with some of these super high-end cards and being able to offer them. But
and that's really cool. I didn't know you guys tailored like the shop for whatever team's coming in. I just thought that's actually really cool.
Genius. Marketing brain over here.
Genius.
I mean, just mental.
How did you start all this? How did you start the card?
So it's funny. I've been a collector my whole life, right? Since I was a kid, and that collecting continued to expand and compound and get more and more out of control, I guess you could say. And then the pandemic hit, and collectibles and alternative assets, including sports cards, went bananas.
Just through the roof.
Yeah, and it got to the point where my collecting really became viable as like its own business.
Right.
And then a close friend of mine, Randy, who is now one of my partners here at Card Vault, we're talking on the beach, and I was telling him all about how sports cards had kind of, I guess you could say, gone to the moon. And that conversation very quickly turned into we should build a business together. Randy being one of the owners of Big Night, which is largest nightlife and entertainment company in the country. And here we are 2 years later, a little over 2 years later, with 2 brick and mortar stores and an online business and a break business, and we do trade shows and all that. So it's really kind of gone nuclear, so to speak.
And did you just put a Messi card back there? Is that what I saw?
That was a David Beckham on-card autograph. Yeah. What a beautiful man, by the way. My goodness.
That is.
My goodness.
He humped a man after that, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Well, you pull a David Beckham autograph,
You're
you
not
get
going to
excited.
not
It's a little exciting.
hump a guy.
Not hump somebody after you pull
Believe me, I'm team hump,
I mean,
all right?
Beckham made a career out of humping people.
See?
Facts.
He gets it. Yeah. He gets it.
Kids show.
That is kids show for children. My mom, just tune out here,
sorry,
Jan.
Mom.
All right? Get out of here.
Real quick though, this gem you have sitting in front of you here. Well, we have Ja Morant. Yes.
Yeah.
Mickey
What's the most valuable card in this card shop?
Yeah, well, I'm holding it.
Don't look at it for too long either.
I pulled out quite a bit of our horsepower, so to speak. Everything from Zion to Ja Morant, Tatum, Tiger Woods, Tom Brady. But when it comes to sports cards, there's nothing more iconic than the 1952 Mickey Mantle. It's really the card that created an industry, and we are lucky enough to hold a PSA 5 here at Patriot Place. We also have a PSA 4 at Foxwoods. So right here, the 52 Topps Mantle is it's a big one. It's an important card. It's got a lot of history behind it. The PSA 10 of this card is estimated to be worth anywhere from $33 to $36 million.
Hello.
One just sold at auction, the SGC 10, well past $10 million.
Damn.
Or excuse me, an SGC 95.
Roughly a castle in Ireland.
Yeah, no,
That's
literally,
crazy.
Or 1 year of Matthew Judon.
correct. Yeah, or like 3 games of Pat Mac Jones. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But all in all, this card is in incredible condition. It's really well centered. The coloring on it's really perfect. This card's roughly $400,000. Yeah.
And what did you guys have to do to get your hands on that?
So we do a lot, not just at trade shows and in the private market, buying, selling, and trading. But we help broker deals. We help secure items. We help source product for customers. So in this case, this card we were able to source for a VIP customer of ours, and we hold it here on display. And we've done that with a couple of cards. 99.9% of the inventory is ours at the store. Gotcha. But we have a number of different ways in which we can source really anything from, pre-war stuff like the Ty Cobb T206 all the way up to, John Morant Prism rookies.
You're moving that card very fast. It's
yeah. If you want
it's okay. Jesus Costa. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is sick.
It's a very exciting card to have in the show. You guys can hold it if you want.
Wow.
It's very it's important. It's an important one.
So fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
That's a little. Get that for
That's
my
the
parents.
Mick.
And how many of those are out there?
So in a PSA 10, the one I referenced earlier, there's only 3. So in PSA 10 condition, which is mint condition, Gen Mint condition, there's only 3, which is why it commands such a premium. This card, obviously, in a 5, which in the world of vintage cards, it gets you excited.
That's scary.
In the world of vintage cards, you start to look at things like centering and color and edges and surface and a lot of things that you can go into detail on. But all in all, this is a really fantastic version of a PSA 5, which commands an additional premium. But yeah, it's a spectacular card. I mean, it's Mickey Mantle. It's the card. You think about sports cards. I mean, we have it painted on the wall over there. It's
freaking nuts. Plug everything. Where can if someone wants to get deep in the card vault, where can they find you? How can they get in touch with you? How can they buy? Just plug away.
You can follow us on Instagram at CardVaultUS. That's our Instagram handle. You can also find us on TikTok at CardVaultUS.
Yep.
We've been doing a lot in the form of TikTok content. We break every night at Card Vault Breaks. So that is our Instagram handle. We also are on the app Whatnot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Whatnot, but it's like a live streaming auction platform that we're on every day. So at Card Vault Breaks on Whatnot. And then we've got a bunch of stuff going on in the world of trade shows. We have our Causeway Card Show, which we do at Boston Gardens inside Big Night Live. That's coming up November 26th. We have our Card Vault Card Show at Foxwoods Casino. That'll be in January. And then we are about to announce, or I guess we're technically already announced, our Fenway Card Show in May, which will be our second Fenway Card Show where we're taking over Fenway Park.
Is that at the Truly Lounge?
That is actually in Fenway Park. We're taking over the ballpark.
Oh, let's go.
So our first show we did in the 521 Overlook. This show will be a much larger version of that actually in the ballpark.
And what's the date of that one?
That's going to be in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
That's
there.
awesome. So the ball's rolling. The ball's
rolling. Lots happening. The ball is rolling. And we're opening up a couple more Card Vault locations. We haven't announced them yet, but they're in the works. And as far as anybody that isn't maybe within a car ride to either of our locations here at Patriot Place or at Foxwoods, you can go to thecardvault.com and buy anything we have in the store.
Beautiful. What do you think? You might pull a trigger on that $400,000 card, or
My brother has my wallet, or else I would.
Right.
The way my bank account is
talk after the show.
That's not today.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure he's open to
could
negotiate.
Absolutely accept a down payment of some sort.
Of 99%.
Just give him your wallet.
We could certainly finance the rest.
My car's now yours.
Do you think your
actually.
VIP would actually sell that?
Yeah, I think it's definitely for sale. I
Yeah.
think to the right buyer, again, it's sports history. Every mantle sale is a big deal. Every mantle that sells, the world the sports card world, it trickles its way through. So to the right buyer at the right price, it would definitely be available.
And Jack, what about you? Plug away. Where can everyone find you?
At Jack Settleman on my personal stuff, and then Snapback Sports on, we're everywhere.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I find it concerning you're not wearing a snapback, but that's just me.
I know.
It's just the sister company, Dad Hats.
Yes, Dad Hat Sports.
Plug,
is-
Dad
It's
Hats
a rival. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. The name is, you would think we would wear more snapbacks. We don't even have snapbacks available. I've
Seems
never
criminal.
worn snap. I mean,
should probably-
maybe you two could get a little deal.
You
for us.
guys
You're
should
both
switch
wearing a
hats
snapback.
almost. That's
But what differs from a snapback and a trucker hat? Same.
The snap.
But I feel like the trucker hats have the snap.
the mesh backing as well.
There's a mesh backing. It's more of a breathable material.
Yeah, I believe you have to bench 315 to wear a trucker hat.
Not only that,
I can't even get in the trucker game. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
it's
strictly in snapback
Yeah,
territory.
that's me. Yeah, exactly.
The trucker hat game was
it's
years
kind
ago.
of
for me.
the Bradley Martins of the world.
Yeah,
are out there doing their thing.
Very true.
But
Let's go. A little
let's
free
go.
snapback action. Courtesy of
Perfect.
Card Vault.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got to plug.
Look
I
at
got
that.
one on the back.
And on the back.
Wow.
Your new favorite
It's a
hat.
big moment.
It looks great.
Are you kidding me?
Jack Settleman,
Available
everybody.
at all of your local
All right?
Card Vault locations. Also at thecardvault.com. Thank you very much.
It's like you've done this before.
Costa, Jack, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you guys.